So at this point in time, you guys hear the most raucous and devastating horn blow you think you've maybe ever heard in your entire life. And as this horn blow goes off, you can see windows in the city rattling, furniture begins to fall and topple over, rocks begin to shake in the walls as this booming, bellowing horn continues to go off for a bit and then goes quiet. And then the shrillest, most awful sound of somebody shrieking into the horn goes through. And you guys can hear the sound of like an oncoming storm as thousands of booted feet seem to be approaching from the horizon over the hilltop. It is morning. It is misty and dewy. It is sort of cold. The chill reigns in the air, but that percolating, skin-raising, hair-raising feeling of an oncoming massive slaughter and battle seems to bring out such a sense of both eagerness and terror. As you guys can see in the horizon, the marching forces of the Iron Maelstrom as they begin their deathly siege upon the city. From what you can see, the Iron Hounds that you guys once dealt with once on your own, just whole packs of these massive iron wolves begin to lead the front lines of this group. And behind that are just hundreds of soldiers from the Iron Maelstrom marching behind. You notice overhead, one of those iron falcons that you guys dealt with before while riding in the wave wraith comes swooping overhead and lands upon a rock. And as it lands upon a rocky outcropping, a single voice shrieks out above the din, and you see that Kala Sky, the queen Alvir, has arrived on the battlefield, and she holds in her hand a strange twinkling item in the distance with the rising sun as it rises in the south. You guys can see you guys can see something reflecting in her hand even from this far away. And with that, we're going to roll for initiative to see what is going to happen in this battlefield. So, just a d6 from your party, whoever wants to roll it.
So I just made a bunch of troop repositions. So if anyone has any objections, let me know.
You could. Jarzak's with the magic missile tower, so.
Of course he is. Wait, is it really just hang with the magic missile tower?
Yep. I'm just letting you
So
guys
yeah,
know.
who wants to roll party initiative?
Do we ever end up figuring out who's controlling what?
Norhill will definitely be controlling the dwarves, and since they're right next to me, Norhill can control the elves too.
Jarzak will do the, I guess, the siege weapons, like the magic missiles, the ballistas, the catapults. And I could do the orcs as well. And we'll probably have the orcs protecting the magic missile tower.
Very good.
Yeah, Norhill's starting to feel a lot more secure.
It's that new bra. Okay. So who's rolling for the initiative?
Oh yeah, Klika will take the motley crew of the goblins, Tatharja, Bakalop, the monks, one orc, and one quarry folk. Klika has her people.
That sounds
they're all over here.
I think Anson's like watching all like the thief, the Gascabellin and the Glorywake and the Quarry folk. It's a lot of people.
Do you want me to take the thieves? Because I'll take them up with the orcs to defend the front.
I mean, you don't have to drag them away, but like we have those two bridges that isn't Klika's group.
Yeah. Okay, I'll have the thieves defend one of the bridges then, the main bridge.
Yeah, we're just talking about who's controlling, like when the thieves have to be in battle, who's rolling the dice for them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they don't have to be like grouped up.
We'll figure it out. I'm sure we'll find a flow that works for us, but as long as we have a general idea of who's
let's get this battle rolling.
I was gonna say, let's get this puppy going.
All right,
All right. So
Anthony, roll a d20 and let us know what you get. Everyone else rolled to see who gets to roll initiative, so right now I'm winning with a 17.
13, unless I'm adding any modifiers.
No.
Nope, just a straight roll. Okay, I will roll the d6. A 2.
Hell yeah. Well
Someone,
done.
I mean, someone else is rolling it. That was a mistake.
Really good.
was it a wait? I'm sorry, you got a 2 on the initiative?
Yeah,
Oh, geez. Okay, yeah. So with that,
it's a
the
d6,
enemy,
right?
yeah,
Okay.
it is. I did get a 6, so that's not entirely um your fault.
Okay,
So with
I
that,
could only roll one number to beat or tie with you.
yep. And then we would have had a reroll. But that's a booty rolling high. So with that, those hounds that you guys had dealt with before come steamrolling in at maximum velocity here in a forced march, just absolutely tearing up the road and rushing, letting off that terrible metallic screeching metallic noise as they're scooting along at full speed. And the enemy soldiers here of the Iron Maelstrom also march up at a forced march double move, really trying to clear the gap as they go between the two hills here with a mix of some archers as well as the rest of their melee force. And it looks like they're just ready to come and clash. Now, the real interesting part here is the fact that our little friend, the Queen, appears to be riding on the back of one of these freaky fucky falcons, and she makes it quite far across the battlefield as she's hurtling through the air and seems to throw something at the ground, and it shatters in an explosion of smoke and fire beneath her on the back of the bird. At the end of this round, for them, you guys can tell that more soldiers seem to be marching onto the battleground in the background. So I'll let you guys start your turn as these guys start to filter in waves of clinking, screeching metal. And as you guys see them kind of come into the battlefield here, what you can tell is they look to be anything from like soldiers that used to fight for Ameroth. There's soldiers in here who look to be of orcish build, some halflings, some goblins. It's just like a mixed match of all different kinds of soldiers, body types, enemies, and it is just this ugly conglomerate mass of soldiers. So, what would you guys like to do?
All right, well, let's see. Part 1, spells. Because nobody needs to make any morale checks yet.
Quick
Anybody want
question.
to cast anything?
The magic missile launcher will go off.
Okay. What's your target?
I will target. I have extra range because of the tower, right?
Double,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just
I will
it's just
target.
instantly double.
I marked it green and purple. The archer 2.
Archer number 2. Oh, all the way out there. Oh, Jesus Christ. Okay, so from up above, it just comes slamming through the air. Okay, roll your attack roll with that. So the magic missile launcher needs a 2, thanks to the wonderful training of yeah, that was you, Jarzak. You're the one who taught them how to do this, right? No, they've always
No.
had that bonus. Yeah, these guys have just always been fucking tank with this. Okay, good.
And I
Good
got
old
a
eagle eye.
I got a 3. So is there any bonus for me being with that unit?
Not unless you use a bonus to attack. And all it gives them at this point is just a morale bonus.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, it goes off without a hitch, and now we see if they can defend themselves. And I'm sure the archers have quite a defense rating to them. They do not pass on that, and so a hurtling meteor of flaming refuse appears out of thin air from the mages creating it, It falls through a quick teleportation hole. Somebody throws something off into the distance. It reflects the light. A portal rips through space and time, and a giant steaming pile of garbage comes flying out of the air, crashes down on the archers, and wounds them terribly, leaving them to make a morale check to see if they will survive for the next round or if they are panicked and will begin running away. I got a perfect 1 again, and thus they have broken under the terror of garbage flying through a teleporter. The first attack may be the only attack that you actually needed. But yeah, so in the next round, they're going to have to run for it. So,
Trarsac's gonna turn to the mage and be like, anytime you guys want to come to Gorgareth, you are more than welcome.
like, I love how the battle is all quiet, everybody's running and rushing around, and then that happens and everybody goes quiet. It's like, did they just throw a dumpster at those guys? Like, they dropped it on them. All right, so which one of you guys wants to control a little fleet?
I have one quick question. What's the thief stats?
Oh, the thief
Ooh,
stats. That's kind of important,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, the thieves.
I bet you they have really good morale.
Yeah, the thieves. Yeah, their morale is actually at 4, so that's good.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah, I'll plug their stats in real quick for you guys. Why?
No,
You're-
because I'm controlling them and I don't have their info.
Why do you need their info? What's up with you and asking all these damn questions?
I you know?
Okay, so what else do we need to do?
How many feet is each square again?
100.
Oh, then I can't. I was gonna do fireball, but I'm like, I'm way too far away. Never mind.
Yep, and if you stand still, for a round, you'll be able to double your range.
Yeah,
But
still
your
don't
range
want-
is going to be dependent on your group.
God, I keep clicking the wrong map.
Which map are you clicking on?
The
Keep
Zoom
clicking
one.
the Zoom one.
It's too powerful.
Okay.
Since BoHoS controlling the dwarves, I assume he's controlling the ballista and the catapult too. So they're both going to take the opportunity to double their range on this ranged attack part of the round.
Okay, so they start prepping. Okie dokie. Is anybody else doing anything, or are we just sitting and prepping at this point?
Yeah, I think just prepping on our end.
Boy, it's gonna be a bloodbath when we start actually smacking into each other, isn't it?
I don't want to do this anymore.
I mean, I guess we'll have the cavalry of everybody 600.
And the elf and dwarf archers are also going to start doubling their range as well.
The orc archer will too,
Okay.
and the thief archers.
Okay. Did you say the cavalry was gonna move?
We'll have two of the cavalry or the Corey cavalry move towards that side, and the Escabellan cavalry move towards this side for now.
Okay. Just as a note, crossing those lines for topography are gonna cost twice as much movement to walk up and over them.
Those aren't roads.
Nope.
That's
Those
fucked up.
are
That's fucked up, Dan.
Well,
Fucked
those
up.
be the hills I was referring to earlier. Toe
Yeah.
up indeed. Okay. So now, if that's it, we can go to the next round of initiative. Who's rolling?
I think it's me.
Yeah,
16. So I'm just rolling a d6, just a single d6, nothing crazy.
Good luck.
Okay.
What'd you get?
I got a 4.
Okay. So you guys seize the initiative and get to act again.
Why don't we get that magic missile launcher
Yeah.
up first and foremost?
So magic
Is anybody else
missiles.
moving?
I'm
Oh yeah,
trying to
movement comes after. Okay, so I guess magic missile again. Who are you hitting with the missile this time?
Can go to Archer 2, the one next to him. One. That's a miss.
Okay. And so with that, it goes flying off and lands on a goat over on somebody's farm instead, with a hot explosive splatter.
Maybe don't come to Gorgareth.
So assuming double range, we have both the elf archers, the dwarf archer, and the orc archers are all in range.
And then I think both catapults can hit stuff too.
Oh.
Yeah, they can. It's just the ballistas that are out of range.
Okay. So who's everybody aiming for? I have a feeling this battle's about to get very bloody very quickly.
Okay, let's see here. I will aim the 2 catapults. I'm going to put the targets in blue, one each at those front ranks of Iron Hounds.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just scroll down to the stat block. Right, let's see. So the catapult has an attack rating of 2. So I have to roll 2 or higher.
Mm-hmm.
All right, first one successfully rolls a 2. The second one successfully rolls a 4.
Nice. Okay, and so now the defense for the hounds. I'm sure they won't mess this up. Okay, so those are both successes, and they managed to dart quickly out of the way of the flung catapults.
Okay. Let's see. Now,
Elf archers.
yeah. So basically, the elf archers are going to. So, I'm going to put the elf archer targets in green.
Okay.
And then,
Try to cross the line.
yeah, straight across the line.
All right, roll it up.
So,
Elf archers need to
archers. That's a success. That's a second success. And then the dwarf archers are in a different block.
Pretty sure they need a 3.
That's a success.
Damn. And so the dwarves were also shooting at one of the hounds.
Yeah, so let me see if we can get the little thing. So the elves are firing at these 2,
Ooh,
and then the
okay.
dwarf at this last one.
And the
Okay,
orcs
that
are
last
also
one?
gonna fire at the last one if it's still up.
Yeah, definitely. So one of the dwarven bolts manages to clip a couple of them, and 2 of them seem to get slightly wounded by it. What about the orcs? What do we got?
The orcs miss.
Oh. Well. Okay, so is that it for all ranged attacks?
I believe so.
Do we have
Yeah.
any? Now we move on to the next part of you guys' combative round, which is what? Ranged attacks
movement.
move into melee? Because nobody else was moving, right?
We haven't declared movement yet. Movement comes right before melee.
Good.
I think the dwarves and the elves are happy to stay where they are.
The orc melee will move up. kind of help the dwarves.
Okie dokie. Just enough to move just a tiny little bit, but not enough to be in the line of danger.
You move the cavalry
I
up.
see. Good old Azkaban cavalry fighting to the death for a place they might someday own. I didn't say it.
I love how one of the, I was gonna say, I love how one of the cavalrymen goes way up. The other one is being a little bit conservative with his movement.
It's had me on the rocks.
You
Okay.
come
I
around the
feel
far
like
side.
he's smart.
Yeah, be careful with moving the cavalry up too much because we want them to be able to get the charge bonus.
Yeah.
I have no idea what the. It's not my
Christ,
forte,
like-
guys.
So the charge bonus gives you a +1 to attack the turn that you charge.
Which at this point in time, I really don't think you guys even need to bother with +1s because I'm like, it's a
Tatharja is gonna charge down with Klika to the Iron Falcon if Tatharja could fly. I'm not sure if that's possible.
Tartharja definitely can. So
Alright.
Tartharja whips up wicked rusted wings and takes to the sky and goes flying directly up at the Iron Falcon. And you're going to engage in melee combat?
Yeah, so this will be a charge because it moved twice its speed. Because
Mhm.
that's how that works, right?
Indeed.
And can Klika also cast just Shadow Blade? Just get it out
+1.
there. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
we have a little bit-
Klika flying on the back of this half-dead, rusted-out dragon with a sword made of shadows raised high to the sky sounds like a power metal album cover.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
To fight
I
a
will say-
succubus she wrote letters to.
Riding on a falcon made of iron.
Hey,
This kind
man.
of is weird.
Gonna paint the scene on the side of my van.
All right, so the +1 from charging, does that stack? No, it wouldn't stack with Shadow Blade, would it? All right, so I won't do Shadow Blade then.
I feel like for flavor's sake he would have, but it's okay.
I mean, yeah, 100%. Well, I got a 1 and I have a +1, so it still works.
Yeah, it definitely does. So, yeah. Okay. And so with that, it still works. And on a defensive roll, I pass. So as the two of them smash into each other and start rolling around, the two of them are too well defended at this point. And as you notice, trying to reach over and stab at the queen, who is riding on the back of the Iron Falcon, she points to the ground with a wicked finger, and you see the swirling mist and fire down below growing in size. And all of a sudden, Klika has a little PTSD moment. Is this the end of our actions for this round on your side?
Norhill will shout out an order to the dwarves in his little cluster. Just shields up. And if he needs to, spend a use of warding maneuver for everybody to form up a shield wall and get a +1 defense bonus against the charge that is definitely about to come our way.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Can you imagine how terrifying that would be, though? And just seeing giant robot hounds come clobbering towards you, and you're like, all right, if we hold our shields up real good, they probably won't kill us.
The melee
Oh,
dwarves now have a defense rating of 1.
Did the elves have advantage on their rolls out of the forest? I'm not sure exactly how that all works. Like, what benefit do the elves have from fighting in the forest?
They'll have advantage if somebody tries to shoot them.
Okay.
Yeah, that was the idea, is it was cover.
Okay, so is that it for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, unless using shield as a reaction is something I have to announce now.
What, for our bonus to your armor class?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give you and Tartharja the +1 armor for it. Okay. Yeah, so with that, the Iron Falcon here on its move is going to go careening past you. And go ripping into the Corrydale cavalry here. Now that swirling, horrifying mist that was at your feet now comes to a full-sized fruition, and the PTSD that you have is a certain weapon that has been prepared for a battle that is very monumental. It's as if somebody has procured a certain strange beast to behave as a weapon of war. And in almost a poetic sense, the queen has brought back from the grave, from something of an impromptu mass tomb, a hydra reanimated in the beautiful image of rusted steel. And as it rises out of the ground from its now, I guess you can imagine, shrunken size, it rises to a full size, and with all its massive metal maws snapping and clapping and trying to bite at the heels of Tartharja, the beastie is going to make an attack at you when that time comes. But that time is not yet. Instead, we're going to move my little group here. All of my little metal minions are going to just move at a normal speed because they don't want to incur that -1 penalty to their armor, because of course my army is definitely going to survive this fight. I don't have anything to worry about. Don't worry about me. And, you know, I'm starting to see the issue with Owlbear Rodeo.
Didn't the one archer fail the morale check?
That's very true. He did fail the morale check.
Yeah,
So he has to move
wrong
3
way,
the
bud.
opposite direction. And now he has to check for his final morale check. Yeah. Okay. And the morale of the melee, he passed. So he did not break immediately. And instead he stops right there amongst his group of little buddies. And he says, no, I was actually just trying to catch up with you. I don't know what you're talking about. Very good. Okay. One of the little metal minions has officially glitched on the map, and he will not move. He has refused to move. I'm calling this an act of God. I no longer have control over that minion.
Nice, we got one out of the fight, guys. We did it.
That wasn't very hard for you guys, was it? And now the Iron Hounds at full speed come charging up into the dwarves and begin their assault, munching on Norhill's company. So I'm going to go ahead and do all my melee attacks. I'm going to start off with the Iron Falcon on the Quarry Cavalry. Whoever's in charge of Quarry Cavalry, I'm munching your butt. The attack is a success with a 6. What is the defensive score for the Quarry Cavalry? Quarry Cavalry need a 2 or higher, which should ostensibly be easy.
They got a 1.
You got a 1?
Yeah, man.
Oh no. 2 it is. Okay. The Iron Hydra begins to lash out at Tartharja, spitting fire and snapping its jaw. Here we go. It misses on its attack. Tartharja quickly lifts you guys up, and you get out of the way before you even have to use your fancy schmancy spells. But here we go for the hounds. The defensive score for the dwarves that are being attacked by 3 of them is only
Is currently 1 because I used an ability last round.
Yeah. The one that you're defending with, not the one next to you.
Well, that one's 2.
Well, good for them. On the attack from the 3 Iron Hounds attacking in on that group, all of the hounds succeed in their attack rolls. So go ahead and roll defense for that group of dwarves 3 times.
Okay. Success. Success. Success.
Great. So then the one that's attacking on
What was that
the
look, Dan?
+1, I got a 6. So go ahead and roll defense for your little defensive group.
So I can't actually fail this.
Yes, you can. If you get that whopping 1, we're gonna have to roll to see a 50% chance.
I did not get a 1.
Very good. Well, la-di-fucking-da then. I guess this has been a whiff. Okay. And now we go to the next round of initiative. Who's rolling it?
This one is Norhill, I believe.
Mm.
You got
I
the
know
next.
it's Klika, because Klika got a 10. Or
Okay.
what did Norhill get? I
I
don't
thought he
remember.
got like a
13.
12. Yeah, he got in the teens.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Yeah.
Yeah.
5.
Very well. I got a
Hey.
6.
Bastard.
Ooh.
Prove it.
Okay. Hang on,
Back
give me a
that
second.
up.
Here, I'll just hold it up. See, I got a 6.
FTO.
See, that's
Wow.
unbelievable. So with that, the Iron Falcon, with the queen on it, is just going to keep ripping into it. And in the distance, falcons continue now seeing the dragon flying out in the distance. The falcons decide to join the melee fray, getting ready to attack from that side as they come careening in from the side, just outside of range. Next, we have yeah, the hounds are just going to keep trying to chew through the dwarves, and then all my little metal boys are going to continue moving in like a bunch of fucking steel slugs. They just continue to move up the fucking sugarcane tree, and they just keep filling in the blank. Yeah, it's funny, these archers really haven't gotten to lay in a single shot because they've only just like started to get around to getting here. But let's see. I like that archer with 1 health. He's really making it count. Okay, so now for the melee attacks, the Hydra is attacking in. That's a hit. So roll a defense for Tartharsha.
I got a 6. So yeah.
Now an attack from the Iron Falcon. That is a 1. That's a miss. And then the Hounds, we got 3 on the dwarves. Those are all hits. Go ahead and roll the defense for the dwarves and melee. You need a 1 to lose, right?
Let's see. So the one that I suppose is getting 3 hits is not the one that I boosted. So they need 2s. So that first one is a success. Second success with a 3. And a third success with a 3.
God damn. So now the last of the Iron Hounds attacks in on Norhill's group and gets a 6. Fuck you, Norhill. Get a 1.
Norhill rolled a 1.
Okay, now you got to roll. If you roll a 1 through 3, it counts as like a -1.
5.
Okay, so you managed to pass with that extra +1 as the training wheels here. Okay, and yeah, we already rolled the defense for the Iron Falcon, so that is it for the Iron Maelstrom for this round. And now it goes to your party.
Okay, nobody took any damage, so
Magic.
well, except for the quarry folk. Do they have to roll morale?
Nope. They have to be below half. Which luckily for all you 3 health people, it's not that it works in your favor. But yeah, magic
that
round. So what are we
means-
doing with that?
All right, magic
that
missiles are
means
going
spells.
off.
So yeah, that
Who are you shooting with the magic missile?
The purple highlighted archer.
Oh, okay. And just getting rid of the archers. I like how that's just like a funny little target. We have giant heavy metal falcons flying through the sky, and you're like, no, the squishy archers.
That's a 3, so that is a hit.
Okay. And our metallic archer boys, defense is not that great. And they miss. And that's on this guy. So
Yep.
his health goes down to a 1, and he's gonna roll for morale. Well, actually, no, he's gonna roll for morale at the start of the next round. Right. Okay. And no more magic. Unless Klika had magic.
Not right now, no.
Okay. Now it goes to which part of the round? Movement?
ranged.
Oh, very good. Are we gonna be shooting?
Okay.
Quite a
so let's
bit.
see. The
Very well.
yeah, so the dwarf siege engines are all going to take their action to extend their range for next round. The dwarf archers are going to aim at the Iron Hound right in front of Norhill.
Okay.
Scroll down a little bit more. They miss with a 2.
You're lucky I got a
and
1 on the
then-
defense for that one.
And then the elf archers are both going to aim at this Iron Hound there that I've marked in green.
Gotcha. Ooh. I rolled another 1 for defense, so if you hit, that's not good for me.
Let's see. I'm looking at goblins, not elves.
Very good. Elf archers need a 2 to hit.
Yeah, the first one is a success, and the second one is also a success.
Goddamn. Okay, so he takes the 1 wound. Okay,
That was potentially 2 wounds unless he saved on one of those attacks.
could have been. And who else has got ranged attacks?
Orc archer is gonna attack the same hound that elves were going for.
Okay.
That's a 3, that's a hit.
Ooh. Yeah, and I did not pass on the defense. So they're gonna also have to roll for morale.
Perfect.
Any other ranged attacks?
I know the catapults, or which ones haven't gone yet? The ballista or the catapults?
The ballista, but their range is relatively short, but they'll be able to hit some stuff next round, I'm pretty sure, because I'm giving them double range for next round.
Weren't they already sitting still for double range though?
I
Yep, they haven't
kinda
fired
assumed
yet,
that.
so
I thought you had
Yeah,
to
they've
re-up
got-
every round.
no, they could actually fire in on one of the hounds right now.
Or one of them could go for the Iron Falcon with the Queen as well.
Oh yeah, the one
if you
afar.
wanna
Yep,
do that.
definitely.
Which one is that with this ballista?
One to the
Over
left.
by Reedwash?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so that one's gonna shoot in at the Iron Falcon with the Queen on it. Let's see, that is 2s to hit. And that's a success.
Okay. And with that, the Iron Falcon carrying the queen darts to the side, deftly protecting itself from the attack.
Okay, and then it's just the one catapult that has range on the house, right?
The other ballista could actually shoot at the Iron Hound with only 1 health left.
Okay, yeah, let's try to take him out with that one.
Could you imagine?
That's a 6.
Oh. And I rolled a 2. So yeah, that guy is dead. So the first actually earned casualty, right?
Yeah,
As one of the Iron Hound
the
units.
first one where it wasn't a matter of, oh, he can't move, he's not involved in this.
Hey, you leave him alone, okay? He's part of the terrain.
It's fine.
Okay. Now we can go to our movements, right?
The Goblin Archers are gonna take a shot on the Iron Falcon with the Queen.
Oh, nice.
And they got a 4, so it's a hit.
And the queen succeeds on her defense.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Now movements.
Alright.
I think that I'm good on movement for my guys.
Goddamn thieves. I don't know who just moved them, but
Would I theoretically be able to charge the cavalry that's between the elves and I'm touching the wrong map again. Between the elves. Ah, fuck. And the magic missile, the one that's.
Yeah, you could
Right.
definitely do it.
Do you think we could reach him? Like I could go right for the Iron
Yeah,
Hound?
absolutely. Let's see. He is an Azkaban cavalry.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
He's got. Ooh, let's see. What is the movement of a horse in 5e? Off the top of my head, I don't remember.
Well, you have the movement.
If you're charging, it's more than enough space. I think you're good.
Yeah, they have 600 speed base, so charging is 1200. So
Got it.
Did you want to roll that attack right now?
Sure. Just to try to put it together, I just rolled a single d6, not do anything crazy.
Yep. You just have to beat the certain value that's established for them. So Azkaban cavalry needs a 3 or higher to hit.
And if you're
Well-
charging, that's giving you a +1, so you need a 2 up.
Okay, 1 second. 1 second. Sorry, doing this all through an iPad's not fun. I got a 6
Very well.
without
Okay,
the +1,
and
so I play a 7.
And I managed to whiff on the Iron Hound defense, so he takes a wound. As the Azkaban cavalry rushes in on horseback, waving their many banners of all the different clans and families they come from through the air, they crash into the side of them as they climb up onto the hills to fight the dwarves hunkered between rock and stone. Oh boy, those orc melee coming into attack.
Yeah, they are.
We might as well, if they're charges, we might as well cover them right now.
Yeah,
oh, I did not realize that Bekalop has a ranged attack as well. So
that's
Can
the
I-
combat wombat.
yeah, can I throw a combat wombat at the queen?
You know what? I would love if you threw a wombat at the queen.
That's another 4, so that's a hit.
All right, combat wombat. I got a 1 and it hits. Oh no, all the attacks that miss the queen. But then Bacalop Geltz, the fucking wombat, careens through the air and smacks into her. She was not anticipating a combat wombat. Nobody ever anticipates the combat wombat.
All right, so back to your regularly scheduled orc slaughter.
Yeah, so I guess I'll do one group at a time. So I'll move them up first to attack.
Okay.
I'll attack this one, and with that being a charge, do they get a +1?
As long as they're moving and attacking in the same turn.
Yeah. And that's gonna be a 4, so that's a hit.
Okay. That is a wound. And that guy's gonna have to roll for morale. Damn. Okay.
Okay, then
Not if he's fucking dead.
yeah, then the other one will come down and can you attack diagonal?
Yeah, I'll give it to you.
Okay, cool. He'll attack the same one. That's 3. That's a hit.
Okay. I rolled my armor and I beat it, so it didn't go through.
Okie dokie.
I happen to notice a giant walking wall of thieves, and apparently one group of Azkaban archers who are apparently cool with them. They're all just marching the archers.
We can double move, right?
Yes,
these guys?
once, but
Okay.
if you double move twice in a row, you start to take armor penalties.
They haven't double moved once in a row yet, but they will.
Right.
They'll cover their own archers. That's all.
Okay. Very good.
Can I move that second?
Move the what? Second cavalry?
Like up. I'm trying to
Yeah.
figure where to put it. I'm getting afraid of the gap between the elves and the mountain. I feel like that rig roll of skeletons is gonna go through that way.
No, come
Screw
on.
that.
Yeah, that's exactly what's gonna happen.
I mean, you have enough movement to move them right next to the other cavalry without taking any penalties.
Yeah, you're
Right,
driving the race car,
I'm
Ronnie.
concerned about those Azkaban warriors getting a little bit too far from the bridge.
Could she attack the hound
As long as-
diagonal too then?
We also, just for what it's worth, we can't move through friendlies. Every unit's only able to move like in open spaces.
Oh, so never mind.
Right.
Um,
I figured if you're charging and you're running cavalry and you're
Well,
going full speed around the bend.
I mean, the
Yeah,
thieves had to double move to get here. I imagine the cavalry would have moved first. So they wouldn't be blocked off.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cause yeah, none of the thieves were here before. Would have been a
Yeah,
clear
Ronnie,
shot.
you can move through as if the thieves weren't there.
Yeah, you can end up right here.
okay.
And I'll give you the diagonal attack on the hound.
Yeah, I'm just trying to make sure. I'm trying to think. Are those Azkaban warriors smart there, or should I start moving them? I'm leave them where they are at the moment.
Right.
And then you want me to just do a diagonal attack?
Might as well. You get the +1 on the attack roll too. So that cavalry needs a 3 to hit, but now they only need a 2 to hit. Because naturally
Got
we
a
all have
4.
bonuses up the fucking wazoo. Yeah,
I
so
got-
that's good. And I rolled for my defense and I beat it. So you cannot wound them. And is that it for you guys on this turn?
I think so.
No, the dwarf melee haven't gone to make their attacks yet.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I have
we-
to move my whole cluster.
All right, so yeah, you move because technically that should be coming first. We backtracked a couple times.
I don't know. It's all good. It's all good. Since all your actions are happening at the same time, it's fine. You can move your things while Anthony rolls for the attacks.
Well, the group of dwarf melee with Norhill in it is going to attack the Iron Hound right in front of them with 1 HP. Let's see, which one is attack? That's a hit with a 5.
Okay. And then rolling for defense is a pass. So I do not take the wound.
Okay. And then the other dwarf melee is going to roll against the Iron Hound unit with 2 HP.
Ooh.
That's a success with a 4.
Okay. They actually take the wound. Did you say it was the 2 or the 3 HP?
The 2 HP. So the one directly in front of one of the Azkaban cavalry.
Very well. So they both are going to have to roll for morale. Okay. And then that's it for the dwarves. And now we go to Ryan's cavalcade of corniness. So what do we got?
Okay, so we'll do the orcs first to attack the. Can we attack the queen on her Iron Falcon with land melee?
I'll say because she came down, yes.
Okay, that's good. All right, we'll do the orcs first. So that's a hit with a 3.
Okay. It just succeeds on that.
All right, then we'll do the Ivy Hold monks. That's a
Ivy Hold.
miss.
Fucking damn it.
Then we'll do the 2 Quarry Folk cavalry.
Oh, just halflings riding on dogs with slingshots. I'm sure they stand a chance.
Oh, actually, no, the monks hit because that was technically a charge. So they had.
Ooh. Oh, she whiffed it on the defense, so she actually takes the wound from it.
Fuck yeah. All right, and then the count Ivy Hold. Oh no, the Quarry Folk cavalry.
Let's go. Ivy Hold.
So
You're
it's
telling me one
a
of the monks just came over and started karate chopping the shit out of that thing when it came down on the ground?
Oh yeah.
Just a bunch
Yes.
of fly kicking monks just careening through the air. led by
Sprinted
Olaf.
up. Yeah,
Just attacking with a piranha plant.
Ameroth himself just talking about the way of peace while karate chopping a succubus in the throat. As as a monk do. Okay, here's
Makes sense to me.
so the first cavalry got a 6, which hits, and the second one got a 4, which hits.
Uh-oh. Oh, I actually missed on one of these. Uh-oh. Iron Falcon's down to 1 HP. You
Kill
gotta
the
send
bird.
Bacalop to come pick her off of it and chuck her. Oh boy. Okay, so now it's my turn.
No, and then Tatharja will engage in combat with the Iron Hydra. Klika raising another Shadow Blade in hand. That's gonna be a hit.
Yeah, the Hydra misses on its defense and takes the wound. As Tartharja just starts tearing in with claws and screeching at it.
Klika
Terrifying that would be. Klika's just
battling
vibing.
off the other heads as they come in for attacks. Yep. God help us out here.
Okay. Well, okay, now we roll for morality. I got lawful good.
Stop calling him morality, please.
Can't
I'm
take
gonna
it.
call it whatever I want. So the Iron Falcon over here rolled for morale check, and we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and I'm off the map.
Don't they move after? Like when it's their turn?
Yeah, that's all that character's doing with that move. I mean, you guys aren't. You're done with your side, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They passed on the morale. I'm just doing that one first so I don't forget about it. And then
Okay.
morale for the archer passed. Morale for the hound passed. And morale for the other hound is a miss. So this hound right here goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Because it's moving uphill like a fucking idiot. Okay, and that's it for my morales. Okay. Very good. And now for the rest of the movements. 2 falcons come careening in on Tartharja. The pile up
Shields.
Iron Maelstrom guys just come careening in to fight. Oh boy, this is ugly. This is a pile of folks over here.
Didn't you go first that round though? And we went second?
Yeah, you did. So
Cause you got a 6 and then Anthony got the 5.
Okay,
Yeah, that's why I was
listen.
wondering why you were moving them away, cause.
Oh, look at that. I rolled for initiative. I got a 6. Look at that. Oh, I guess I get to keep going. No,
Alright,
I'm just
Ryan.
kidding.
we got a 6 too.
Well, I got a 5. What'd you get?
I got a 5 too.
Son of a bitch. Roll again. All right, I got a 6 that time.
I got
No
a
word of a lie.
5.
Okay, for fuck's sake. I'm so glad I don't have to move these back.
You're such a bastard.
Could you imagine? And I wasn't lying about it either. All right, so my units have already moved up. Yeah, and thus begins the brawl. So I'm gonna have the Hydra and the Falcons attack Tartharja, and they are going to rip a new one. So all 3 attacks, one of them is very clearly a miss, and 2 of them are hits. One from the Hydra and one from the Falcon. 2 defenses.
Also, did the archer do the morale check too? Cause they got knocked to 1. Yeah.
Yeah, they all
2 passes.
all but the one passed, which was kind of obnoxious.
Tatharja is unharmed.
From both of those?
Yeah.
So bitch. All right, so now we begin the melee onslaught. All right, elf melee attacking in. Oh, I got a 1. Okay, very good. Excellent work, boys. 2 Iron Maelstrom on the Escabellan cavalry, and one of them hits with a 6. Another one attacks the cavalry. It misses with a 2. Iron Hounds attacking on the dwarf melee. 2 of them. The one attacks in on the first group. It gets a 6. One attacks in on Norhill's group and got a 4. So that's a hit. So I need defenses from both of the dwarf and melee groups and one of the Azkaban cavalry.
Okay, let's see. So the one without Norhill in it succeeds. One with Norhill in it also succeeds.
Don't attack
Oh,
dwarves in the mountains, you fucking idiots. You goddamn fools, you stupid dogs.
Son of a bitch. So now the archers are going to fire in on the Azkaban cavalry.
I really
One
feel
of
like
those is-
this fully is because Norhill has fought these dogs before, fully unarmored. He is giving the best advice in the terrain he knows most, fully armored and ready for them this time. And that's why they have not been successful in a single attack. Like, there's
Shut your
no
mouth.
other explanation.
I blame the system. All right, so that's 2 attacks on the Azkaban cavalry that need to go through. Rhonda, can you roll defense for the Azkaban cavalry for me?
I thought it was just one.
I hit with a melee and with a range now.
Oh, I gotcha.
Somebody want
They
to roll
need
that
twos
defense?
to save.
It's funny.
Yeah, 1 second. It's been a little bit slow. Sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay. You just need to make 2 defensive saves. You need to get a 2 or higher.
1 second. 1 second. Sorry.
Snake guys,
I got a
snake guys.
6 and I got a
1. I heard 1.
I got a 2.
12.
Son of a bitch. All right, great. Ineffective Iron Maelstrom is ineffective. Okay. That's it for my round. So now it's you guys. So begin the onslaught.
All right. Nobody took damage, so no morale.
Mhm.
The magic missile.
Pew pew. Gonna go to the next archer who's now purple.
Jesus, of course.
I rolled a 6.
I rolled a 1, so that archer gets pewed. Very well.
Does it take 1 damage or 2 from that tower?
Just 1.
Oh, they only have 2 health?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay, that's it for magic, right, guys?
Must be nice dealing with creatures that have only 2 health and not upwards of 5 to 6.
The Falcons have 4. You're fine.
Yeah. Wow.
You're on a creature with 6. It's fine.
Uh-huh.
I only have 2.
Okay.
So, what do we got? Movements?
So let's see.
Range
Shoe stink.
attacks.
Yeah. So let's see. 2 of the siege engines, up by Reed Wash, are going to aim at the Iron Maelstrom skeleton down in blue next to the elf melee.
Yep.
So let's see. I'm going to scroll down to roll for them. They both need 2 to hit. That is 2 potential hits.
Oh no. Okay, so when I tell you that I got snake
Skeletons.
eyes,
Skeletons.
okie dokie then. They have 1 health now as they got hit by siege weaponry from across a forest. Now, do you hear something in these trees? It's like it'd be elves in the trees, and then just a fucking catapult missile comes and crashes into them instead.
And then
Like,
let's see. The
Judas
other
Priest.
2 siege engines have this poor Iron Hound with just 1 HP directly in their sights, so they're gonna roll against him.
Very good.
And that is another 2 potential hits with 2 3s.
Well, good thing he's got well, okay, one of those is a miss out of the 2 of them. So the Iron Hound over here covered in colorful rings is dead. Very
Okay.
well.
And now the elf archers. So I'm going to take this one at a time. Aim at that skeleton that has just 1 HP now.
Okay.
scroll down to where the elves actually are. Let's see.
For fuck's sake. I think I've got
That's a potential
goddamn
hit.
row.
That's a potential
Well,
hit
it's a
with a
fucking
6.
yeah, well, I got a 1, so he's fucking dead.
Okay, and then the other archers are going to aim at the guy just below him.
Okay. Just the elves in the
5.
tree line.
Elves in the trees, man.
I got a fifth
When
one.
the trees be speaking Elvish.
I got a fucking 1 again. I'm actually kind of scared of these dice. Okay, the second one I got was a 2, which is also a failure, but that at least gives me hope. Did both of the elves hit?
Yes.
Oh, good. So with that, yeah. Fucking
Well,
all right, so he has to roll for morale too.
He only takes 1 wound because the first elves killed that other guy.
Oh, I thought there's 2 elven archers.
No, there are 2.
Oh, you didn't have the melee, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Very
well.
The elf melee is waiting for the perfect moment to strike, obviously.
Very good. As elves
And
often
then
do.
let's see, the dwarf archers are going to aim at the remaining iron hound.
Very good. I got another fucking 1. What is this?
I also
don't you
got
guys
1,
roll
so
ones?
it's fine.
Oh, okay.
Winning.
Take that, dwarves. Beat you with my superior awesomeness. Okay. Any other ranged attacks we have to deal with?
Yep, the thieves
Oh, Jesus
Thefts.
Christ.
and the orc.
Naturally, because of course. Who are they shooting at? The hounds?
Uh,
The Azkaban cavalry. Look at all the fucking fancy banners they have.
I mean, they could go for the dwarfs too. They're in range. Yeah, no,
Stop role playing.
they'll go for the iron hound. All right, so both of them will shoot. One rolled a 5, one rolled a 6. So I imagine, yeah, those are both good.
Yeah, and I rolled both of my defenses and passed.
You pass both? Damn.
Sure, now we have one that can actually defend itself. You guys are like, hey, all these are always supposed to hit.
All right, the orc
No.
archer is gonna go for the archer that's highlighted in purple.
Okay. Jesus, he's got range. I mean, I'll take it.
That's gonna be
Oh,
a
for
miss.
fuck's sake. Wait, he
What?
missed?
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Oh,
So
sick. Good, I did too.
Oh, sick. Yeah,
it for-
so
well.
cool.
that's it for my ranged. Anyone else have ranged?
That's it.
Not
Combat
this
mode.
down.
Wait, backle up. Is he chucking anything at anybody?
Not this turn, no. Unless he could
Is
have
he gonna
moved
charge?
last turn. Can you shoot and then move?
Yeah.
Oh. 3. He's still not within range now.
I hope he charges this round. I want Bakalov to just
Oh, he
full on
yes,
linebacker
absolutely.
tackle the Iron Hound.
He is not gonna see any more elven blood shed on his watch.
The elves didn't shed any blood at all. Well, they shed it, but they didn't have their shed. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, so now we got movements.
All right. Or quarry cavalry. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
It's like
they're
every time I see these things move across the map quickly, I like, I don't know.
My guys are happy where they are.
I was gonna say, I like how the dwarves picked one fucking treehouse and they've just hung out inside of it. No movement from them. Just dwarves found a big rock, they climbed on it, and they're like, this'll do.
Hold the hill.
And they did for the next 200 years. They have never moved from that spot. Just flinging rocks at people as they walk by. Okay.
Doing pretty good for fighting a defensive war, I think.
You know, you really do know how to hold a hill.
The dwarves' idea of a defensive war is sit in a hill and wait for all your allies to come and fucking bail you out if things get weird.
Hey, it worked at the battle. It worked at the Battle of Five Armies, didn't it?
That's not here. So let's go ahead and see what we've got for melee attacks.
Yeah, I
Let's
think we
rattle
have
them
at
up.
least 6 armies.
We got a bunch.
Do we count the wombats?
I do.
Stop counting armies. Let's go for the attacks. Come on.
We have 8 if you roll in all the weird stuff as one. So this is a battle that's pretty better than the Battle of Five Armies.
Sure isn't as exciting, but we'll take it.
All right, Bacalop Gep is gonna make a melee attack against the archer or the skeleton in red. Okay. That's a
God.
hit.
I'm back on my one bullshit. So yeah, Bacalop just comes up and clobbers a few of them to the earth.
Yeah, just charges in covered in wombats with a I don't know what weapon he uses. I imagine just a big stick or several
I imagine
wombats
just-
holding together.
I just thought he was barefoot kicking shit. Like he's not even like trained as a fighter. He's just big. So he just like
rolls in and steps
smacks
on a
shit
bunch
around.
of fucking iron skeletons. Okay,
good old Bacalop. He's the hero we deserve.
the Ivyhold monks are gonna make an attack on these very healthy skeletons. Oh, where are we?
That's a good fucking question.
+1, that's a hit. Yeah, because they have the +1, so we're 2 +1 hits. Yeah.
And who was it? The monks?
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, wait, hold on. Okay. Yeah, the melee actually missed on that one. So they
Oh.
take a wound.
Obros is looking
These
for.
monks. Yeah, he's out for blood.
He's out for blood. I was just gonna.
Him and his
His-
sister in the front just cracking necks.
Obroth
Just
karate
open-
chopped a fucking succubus. His sister, what was her name?
Tanea.
Yeah, Atenea just fucking rolls in and just kicks through a couple skeletons. All right, I'll have the Quarry cavalry try and take out this Iron Hound that was fleeing.
Okay.
Let's see.
I take a
First,
-1 on my armor because I'm running.
all right, yeah, that hits
Ooh.
then.
Well, that's a death. So you catch the hounds en route, riding on the back of doggies, and they manage to catch up to it and clobber them into the ground.
Can we say that Bacalop brought Chalt back from
Yeah.
the mountain stronghold?
Mistaking it for a very large wombat. It's his personal favorite. He keeps it in his pocket. Just Chalt's head just hanging out, just panting in the
Yeah.
pocket.
Just looking around, sniffing, sometimes
His
barking
little
at
courier
stuff.
bag. It's a sick wombat, okay? He's very sick and deranged. Listen to the noises he makes. Just bork bork. He just starts like doing deep voice cries in the distance to over his sick wombat friend. Why?
Your
Bork, bork.
poops aren't square.
He's so sick. All right, so what else we got for melee? Tartharja swinging in.
Yeah, gonna go on the Hydra again. Klika will back to Tharja up with another Shadow Blade.
Okay.
That's a 6.
I got a 6 as well, so the defense is there. The Iron Hydra holds its ground.
It's fucked up.
This thing, oh man, it held longer than the Queen did.
Well, the Queen retreated, which I will say, what else we got in this round? We got melee still?
Yeah, it looks like we got a
Orcs
whole
and
bunch.
thieves. Oh yeah, we got a lot. Holy
Yeah, we
shit.
got the dwarves and the orcs and the Asphodel
Askabellum
cavalry.
cavalry. Yep.
Jesus. All right, let's get to it.
Who wants to go first? Did the orcs charge?
Yeah, the orcs did charge, so
Okay,
I'll
so
go
the
first.
orcs can go first.
They'll both charge in at the, I guess, the hound.
Okay.
Uh,
Ooh,
2 hits.
I got 2 twos. That's actually 2 wounds.
Okay.
Damn, so the charging orcs that come rushing in managed to wound it to the point of it nearly dying. Okay. Okay. All right. Who else is attacking melee?
Let's see. So Norhill's group is going to try to finish off that Iron Hound.
Roger. Oh, okay.
Norhill got a 5.
Okay. What about the other one?
And the other one is going to attack into that group of skeletons just in front of the Ascabellan cavalry.
Okay.
But missed with a 1.
Okay. Norhill actually landed the hit, and the Iron Hound did not defend itself. So this hound actually drops dead. So the hounds have officially been wiped from the battle.
Huzzah!
Okay. Do we have other melee attacks coming in?
Yeah, the Ascabellan cavalry.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
1 second.
All right. You got one skeleton next to you that's gonna have to roll for morale.
Why is this taking so long? Okay,
What
got
is
a
that
5.
running?
Go for the one that's I got a 5 for the one that's next to the dwarves.
Okay. Okay. It got a 6 and defends itself.
Oh fuck. There we go.
I guess those ones have all gone bye-bye.
God damn it, I got a 1.
Well, there they are. They
Found them.
came- Okay.
And
What about the
then
thieves?
I
Oh,
think
sorry.
I'm gonna leave the Azkaban warrior where they are right now. I don't think I'm gonna move them.
Yeah, I mean they could
The
charge in
thieves are
too.
not in base contact.
Oh.
The thieves aren't in range. They already moved up the distance. Then they're not about to charge in. I don't imagine the thieves would just charge in.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna start moving the Azkaban warriors.
Okay.
Just go with their distance. 300. Okay.
Okay. Did you want to just scoot them up? Okay, perfect. Alrighty. So here's a very interesting point in the battle. The queen has left the battlefield and has completely left her group behind at their post. The force of wombats was just too great. The forces of the enemy are starting to get close to being at half full capacity. I'm gonna roll for a group morale for this side of the battle, as they have taken enough losses and lost their leader that they might actually turn tail and start to disband in groups and be routed by you guys, making you victorious. I rolled a fucking 2. So
Oh.
with that, the morale of the intelligent soldiers is broken. The Iron Hydra is going to remain behind, but the Falcons, as well as all of the Iron Maelstrom, are going to turn tail and begin to run for it. I'm going to roll one more time to see if it's just an all-out mindless runaway. And if it is, there's no need to even chase after them. Your forces circling them here on the road is just enough that like they'll be rounded up and slaughtered. Okay, so I got a 5. So routing the rest of the enemy is going to take charging and chasing, but they will be like killed, and the ones who get away will be far and few between. As far as the Iron Hydra goes, that is going to be a complete like battle to the death, as the Hydra has no sensibilities for its well-being, and it is a weapon of war. So I guess at this point, if you guys would like to, we can just have Tartharja duke it out with it to the death.
Yeah. Great.
Unless
Yeah,
anyone,
well, let's
mean-
just wrap that part up for sure.
I mean,
all right.
the-
So I
the
was gonna
orcs
say,
would definitely move into and the magic missile tower would shoot at it.
Okay, so in that case, what we can do is, while we get rid of all our little skeleton boys, who is going to charge the hill to help fight the Iron Hydra, and who is going to stay behind to chase after the skeletons and route them? Because if we don't have
Yeah.
enough to route them, we can't consider them routed.
I'll keep the
Yeah.
cavalry dedicated, the 2 cavalry to definitely dedicated to get the skeletons, and then with the melee Escabel on the back them up.
Perfect.
And,
Good, good, good.
Yeah, Norhill will lead the dwarves and the elves up the hill to go fight the Hydra, while the faster characters go after the fleeing enemies.
Okay. And yeah, the Falcons are disbanded as they leave as well. Okay. What about the orcs?
Lots of chasing, or lots of enemies to chase down and kill.
Yeah, the orcs and thieves will pursue.
Okay. That's kind of funny.
And then the orc melee that was in Klika's group, I guess, will go help Klika. But that's up to
Okay.
Klika.
So you said the orc melee was going to chase after the Iron Hydra?
Just
the-
the,
The
just
one that's close. The one that
Okay.
was started with Klika's group.
All right, so we'll
Yeah.
do one round with just the Iron Hydra and Tartharja, and then the next round everybody gets to attack in on it. So roll for initiative real quick, but just between me and Klika, I got a 4.
I got 3.
Okay, so Iron Hydra bites in, gets a fucking 1. Go ahead and take your turn before the onslaught of everybody else comes in to smack it to pieces.
Okay. At this point, seeing everyone else flee, Klika's gonna dimension door down and just start wailing on the Hydra from behind it as best she can with
Okay.
Flicker. So
Very well.
just to give me the +1, but explain why.
Yeah, I'll take it.
So that's gonna be a hit.
Okay, and my armor, I failed on the armor roll, so it actually decreases. So Klika fucking stabs it in the ass, and the thing's like, fuck, I feel like I felt that before. Okay, and so now the rest of the troops are able to filter in and join in on this one. So we'll go ahead and roll for the initiative. I got a fucking 1, so every single troop gets an opportunity to hit the Hydra, other than the ones who have been routing.
Okay. Well, let's see. Dwarf archers hit. Elf archers. Two hits.
Okay. The second hit damage.
Okay. Elf melee. Unless
Well,
everybody else wants to do their shooting first.
once we get into melee again, Klika will do another Shadow Blade and attack, which hits.
That's a spell that can go first.
Yeah. Okay. And I got defense against it, so it doesn't work.
That's fucked up.
That's what I got for you. All right, any other shooting on this guy?
What about the magic missile?
True. I got a 1 versus the magic missile for defense, so as long as it hits, I get magic missile.
I rolled a 6.
Very well. Well, the fucking Hydra now is going to have to roll for its morale on the, well, if it survives the rest of the attacks.
Klika
Just-
sees an entire fucking dumpster that was once the inn after it got cleaned up. Kick the Click's old leg falls from the sky and hits the Hydra.
Stabs it in one of its many eyes. Okay, so if that's it for that, melee attacks, do we want to do the Monk and Bacalop as honorary first hits?
Hell yeah, let's do it. Alright, let's see. So Beckalop is gonna be a hit, and the
That
monks
is a
are
wound.
gonna miss.
Oh man, could you imagine if Backlop got the kill? It has
Combat
one wound
If
wound.
I
left,
had
so-
done it in reverse order, both would have been hits, but
Backlop just punches it to death just because he's mad. He's not
Shaw
even-
hops out of his pocket and just lunges onto one of its throats. Klika giving a big thumbs up and holding a 19-foot long hot dog.
I hate everything about this. All right, who's the next for melee attacks? The dwarves, orcs, quarry folk?
I mean, does anybody like want to take it first? Other people will definitely be getting there slightly before the dwarves, so
I think the quarry cavalry deserve it.
yeah.
I figured they
I'll
were
get-
chasing people down, but if you'll let them not, then yeah, I'll roll for them.
Okay.
God. Do they get the charge bonus?
They do. Well, yeah, I'll give it to them.
Okay, then one hits and the other one hits as well.
Okay. So with that, the Iron Hydra dies as the last of the cavalry rush up to protect the homeland and kill the giant metal monstrosity. The battlefield is soaked in strange, rusty, colored blood as tons of strange recreated metal skeletal torsos are strewn about in bits. Tons of hounds and odd bodies are strewn about, but one thing rings true, and that is that Corydale is safe for another day. Endton has been protected, and the peoples of Ameroth have something to fucking say about it. And with that, the Battle of the Dale is done.
I will
The
say
Dale is
it
protected.
it is a bit poetic that the cavalry from Corydale charged up next to the dragon they nearly killed and then asked to kill to land the final wounds on the last thread of the battle, fighting side by side with a golden dragon that they fully failed in every
Right.
aspect.
Hey, listen, okay, we'll talk about that next time. But with that, thank you very much for anybody who's watching this one. I'm going to do the short recap of the battle for the next episode, the next true episode. This is going to function more as like a bonus episode than anything else, but I enjoyed this. I think this was kind of clunky because it was the first time. There's definitely some revisions we're going to make, just in case maybe there's another mass combat that happens. But overall, it felt cinematic. I think it was fun having to roleplay this shit. But apart from that, thanks, everybody. Good night.
Can I